In the shadow of the Great Pyramids, an acolyte walked alone. He had worked, studied, and obeyed, yet he remained invisible. Today doubt weighed heavier than the stones that built the empire. The acolyte clenched his fists in frustration. He lamented that he labored, studied, and did everything expected of him, yet he remained unseen and unheard. Nothing he did seemed to matter. As he worked at the temple, carving symbols into a stone tablet, he hesitated, made a mistake, and groaned in frustration. The scent of burning incense drifted from the temple, mixing with the dust rising from the stonecutter's work. He clenched his jaw as another tablet cracked beneath his chisel. Failure again. Was he doomed to insignificance? The Egyptian priest, a regal figure draped in flowing white robes, moved with the calm of the Nile at dawn. He observed the acolyte, not with judgment but with knowing. He stepped forward. The priest approached, his gaze steady. Observing the acolyte for a moment before speaking, he asked what the acolyte saw before him. The priest gestured toward the half-built pyramid. The acolyte answered that he saw a pyramid but unfinished. It lacked the grandeur of the others. The priest nodded, then gestured to the chisel in the acolyte's hand. He inquired about the tool in the acolyte's grasp, to which the acolyte replied that it was merely a chisel, used to carve stone. The priest picked up a nearby stone and ran his fingers across its rough surface. He explained that the Grand Pyramid, majestic when complete, began as something raw, unshaped, and imperfect. And yet, with each strike of the chisel, it transformed, not in an instant nor in a day but with patience and deliberate action. Such was life. The acolyte looked at the stone, then at his trembling hands. He voiced his doubt. What if the stone resisted? What if it never became what he desired? The priest placed a firm hand on Acolyte's shoulder. He assured him that the stone did not decide its fate. The acolyte did. With each precise strike he shaped reality itself. If he saw himself as lesser, he would remain so. But if he saw himself as the builder of his own destiny, then so he would become. The acolyte's eyes shifted, from doubt to determination. Back at the temple, the acolyte took a deep breath, then made a deliberate, confident strike on the stone tablet, this time with purpose. The edges began to take shape. The acolyte stood taller, working with newfound focus. The priest observed from afar, nodding approvingly. Weeks later, the acolyte stood before the now nearly completed pyramid, his hands dusted with stone. A smile crossed his face, his confidence evident. The acolyte, who once believed his fate was written in stone, now understood. He was the sculptor of his own destiny. The priest approached, a knowing look in his eyes. He reminded Acolyte that a pyramid was built one stone at a time, just as the mind was. He urged the Acolyte to choose his thoughts wisely, for they would shape the world he lived in. The Acolyte bowed his head in gratitude. He acknowledged the wisdom he had received, vowing to choose his strikes with care. The priest nodded, then looked toward the horizon. He told Acolyte that his journey had truly begun. Reality is a reflection of thoughts and actions. Will the mind shape the individual, or will the individual shape the mind? The choice is theirs. If this lesson spoke to you, share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're ready to build the life you desire, subscribe for more wisdom.